Hey everyone, Phil from 3DP UK Tech Channel. Today we are reviewing the Acmer K1 fully enclosed desktop laser, so stay with us. So out of the box we have the instructions manual and some laser blanks, which is always great to see. So here it is, the fully enclosed K1 laser. Let's open up the lid and take a look what's inside of this unit. So next out of the box is the USB-C USB connection. So we also have some various tools and the extraction connector. So here we have the laser module. This particular model is the 7-watt laser. Now there are a few versions. There's the 2.5 watt, the 3.5 watt and the 12 watt. And you can also upgrade to the IR laser. We also have some goggles. Now these particular goggles haven't been rated, and I'm not an advocate of using goggles that haven't been rated. We're opening up the lid, you have 2 interlock switches. So on the side of the unit we have the power connections, we've got the USB-C connection and the on and off switch. At the rear of the unit we have the emergency stop switch. However, I would have preferred this to be on the top part of this unit or even at the front. Let's check out the content. So we have the instructions manual, we have goggles, we have laser blanks, which is always good to see, we have the laser diode 7-watt laser, we have the power brick and the extraction connection unit. So for the laser connection, you just simply connect up the cable and slide the module into place and locking it with the pin on the right hand side. Looking at the sides, we have 2 sets of LED lights, which is a great feature. We also have the belt tensioners on both sides. So to connect up the laser exhaust connector, just simply twist and push. It would have been nice to see a pipe supplied with this also. Okay, so for a quick overview of the unit itself, we have an engraving area of 150 by 150 millimeters and capable of speeds of up to 10,000 millimeters a minute. It is compatible with the Acmer tool, LightBurn and GREL. Capable of engraving up to 150 different variations of materials depending on the laser power itself. It is a fully enclosed and interlock safe unit and it has an ultra fine spot of 0.04 millimeters, and it is capable of being upgraded to the IR laser as well if that is something you choose to do. So before we start, we need to set up LightBurn and connect the laser via the USB connection. First, open the device tab, select GRBL, then change the X and Y to 150 millimeters on each. Change the name to Acmer K1 and turn off the auto home, and then it's click to connect. Once done, the laser will home to the front left when you select home on the tab on LightBurn. So for the first test, I want to engrave onto some birch plywood. You simply place the board under the laser head and using the laser focus tool, lower the head to the correct height just by twisting the little handle on the side and dropping to that particular height. So for the first test, I engraved a simple K1 Acmer logo using 4,000 millimeters a second with 75% power. And as you can see, this came out perfectly. Okay, so for my second test, I wanted to laser an image using the same settings as the previous test. And as you can see, this has come out perfectly clear. All the details are showing nicely on there, and this is engraved. It come out. You can obviously tweak some of the settings to make it slightly more detailed, but this come out really nice and took about 5 to 10 minutes to actually laser engrave. PCBWay are a PCB board manufacturer. They do standard PCBs, advanced PCBs, FPC and rigid flex, assembly items, SMD stencils, and even CNC and 3D printing. Head over to their website for this really easy guide any projects that you have that you want carried out, they can do that just with this simple drag and drop section. They give you an instant quote, and that is PCBWay.com, today's video sponsor. Okay, so for my third test, I wanted to test engraving the same image again onto some slate using 5500 millimeters and 100% power. We're probably going to need to use the air filtration unit that you can purchase from Acmer, and I'm going to leave a link in the description. This was once again a nice and clear engrave with the 7-watt laser, and with the choice of also being able to use the extraction unit, it helps being able to do this in any crafting room or even in your home. So for the fourth test, I wanted to carry out some cutting capability tests. Now there is one thing to note, this particular laser doesn't come with a grill to be able to cut. It only comes with a engraving plate, which I think that they could have made a dual-sided plate for this. Unlike some other brands who openly encourage to have a dual-sided plate, this would always help with any cutting or engraving to have that opportunity of having either or plate on there, so like a honeycomb type plate. As you can see, this cut okay, but some notable burning around some of the speeds that are obviously lower. I think the optimal speed for this for a 3mm birch plywood is around about 200 millimeters a second and 100% power, and that seems to be the best for this particular 7-watt laser. But I would encourage you to carry out your own tests before carrying out any major projects. Okay, so for my fifth laser test, I decided to engrave on some fabric at speeds of 5000 and 75% power. So as you can see, this has come out really clear and defined, and it's proven that this particular 7-watt laser can laser onto any type of materials, which is a great addition to any crafting space. So for my final test, I wanted to laser onto some aluminium business cards, and I noticed that the business cards were moving when I closed the lid due to the extraction. So I needed to place some magnets to hold them in place. With speeds of 5000, 8% power, it came out perfectly. I've also made some collaborative cards for my trip to Forminex in Germany coming up very soon. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the Acmer K1 desktop laser review. Now for me, overall, I found that this laser was so easy to set up. I was lasering projects within 5 minutes of unboxing, which is always a great feature, especially for intermediate or novice laser enthusiasts. Now I have reviewed a number of lasers that are very much like the Acmer K1, so do check that out on my channel. Now focusing on the Acmer K1, my pros for this is that it is a fully enclosed laser, so it is great for any crafting room, whether it's inside or in the studio. So it gives the overall impression that you can use this anywhere. Now that brings me to some of my questions around the actual enclosure itself. Now the interlocks, when you open up the door, it does cut out the laser during projects, which I think is an amazing feature, especially with the dangers of lasers. Now, the emergency stop switch that they have incorporated on this unit is located at the rear of the actual machine. Now, for me, it would be better if this was visually obvious, say at the front, on the side, or even on the top. Aesthetically, it will make it slightly less aesthetic, but in terms of safety features, it's really important to have this in place. So some other great features is the ability to change over the laser head itself. So you have various wattage available, and you even have an IR laser. Now this is going to improve the versatility of this desktop laser. Now let's focus on some of the cons that I found during my review of this laser itself. I found that it would have been a great opportunity to incorporate a Wi-Fi connection, especially if you're working at a distance from the laser itself. The other thing is there is no camera installation on this, or even the ability to install one later on at a date. The other thing that I was focusing on was the fact that the interlock safety switch was at the back, as I mentioned earlier. So overall, my overall thoughts on this laser is a really great laser, especially for the price point for anyone who is new into the lasering community. The other thing was all of the laser projects that I carried out all came out perfectly fine, and not a lot of testing was needed to be carried out. The other thing that I would say would be a great improvement on this in future upgrades for this laser would to be have a dual-sided laser bed. So one for engraving, as they have already installed, and the other like a honeycomb bed, which I've found on some of my previous reviews of other brands. So overall, the Acmer K1 laser really ticks a number of boxes in my eyes and is great for any intermediate user. But there are some areas that they need to focus on and improvements for future releases. So thanks again, and don't forget to like and subscribe to 3DP UK Tech channel, and check out some new lasers that are coming in for review, and we have some amazing content coming soon. Stay with us. That's Phil from 3DP UK Tech channel. Take care, everyone.